Good morning, friends. Welcome to Wake Up Yoga. We've got about a 10-minute practice today just to get your morning started. So if you want to roll out your mat or blanket or just find a comfortable seat somewhere at home, we're going to place the hands on top of the knees. Take a big roll with the shoulders up to the ears and then slide the shoulder blades down the back. Sitting nice and tall, we'll gently close the eyes. Really lengthen through the spine here, lifting the crown of the head. Push that tailbone down to the earth. And just start to bring awareness to the breath here. It's not trying to alter it in any way, but just start to notice how it feels. Maybe take a moment here to check in with the body. Notice if you're holding tension anywhere this morning. And maybe that tension is emotional or mental. And again, whatever it might be, not trying to alter it in any way, just begin to notice. Notice where you're at today. And we'll slowly start to deepen the breath, inhaling through the nose, filling the lungs, filling the belly, and exhale through the nose if that's available to you. Feel that chest expand with every inhale. Imagine you're pushing that breath all the way down to the pelvic floor. And keeping the eyes closed this morning, just gently starting to add some movement to our practice. We're going to take that upper body in nice big circles, coming around over the knees. Keep the sit bones rooted on the mat, circling all the way around. Moving nice and slow here. Be mindful not to rock around too crazy here. And then we'll go in the opposite direction. Circling all the way around, just getting a little bit of movement through that low spine. And gently coming back to center. We're going to do the same thing with the head. So keeping the eyes closed, just sort of enjoying these few moments before we start to move too much. And we'll take the head in circles here, just warming up a little bit through the neck. You can take whatever movement feels good for you today. Maybe you like the full circles, maybe you like half circles. Whatever that looks like for you. If you find that there's a spot that feels a little extra tight this morning, feel free to linger there as well. Maybe just stretching it a little bit more deeply. You might hear some cracking or crunching with this movement. It's just being mindful, moving nice and slow. Gently coming back to center, you can open up the eyes. We'll take a nice big inhale together here. Lift the arms to the sky. And as you exhale, we'll take that right hand down to the floor, planting the fingertips. Reach the left hand up across the body. Push the left hip down into the floor. Then breathe into that left rib cage, really expanding. Opening that left side, gazing softly off to the left. Holding here for one more breath. On your next inhale, reach the arms up. And as you exhale, bring that left hand down to the floor beside you, coming onto the fingertips. Reach the right arm up and over. Push the right hip down into the floor. Breathing into that right rib cage and gazing off to the side. Nice big inhale here. Inhale, come all the way to center. Reach those hands up to the sky. As you exhale, we're going to twist at the waist. Bring that left hand to the right knee. Right hand lands on the floor behind you. Gazing over the right shoulder. Use those fingertips behind you to push into the mat, lengthening through the spine. On your next exhale, see if you can twist just a little bit deeper. Inhale, we'll come back to center, reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, twisting to the left this time. Bring that right hand to the outer edge of the left knee. Drop that left hand to the floor behind you, gazing over the left shoulder. Push those left fingertips down, lengthen the spine. On your next exhale, see if you can twist just a little bit deeper. Inhale, come back to center, reach the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, bring the hands forward, place them on the floor, walking them out in front. Just giving a little bit of a forward bend here with those legs crossed. Keep that spine nice and long, avoid dropping all the way down. We just want a little stretch through that low back, maybe through the hips a little bit here. And then walk the hands back to the body. Take the hands just behind you. We're going to switch the legs, whichever way you had them crossed before. We'll just go for the opposite here. Inhale the arms up to the sky. Exhale, pour the chest forward, bring the hands out in front. Taking a little bit of a bend here. Again, not trying to get too deep, just feeling a bit of a stretch through the hips and the low back. And then we'll walk the hands all the way back. We're going to come into cat-cow pose here. So coming onto hands and knees. Stacking the hips over the knees, shoulders stack over the wrists. Taking an inhale here, we're going to drop the belly towards the floor, lift the tailbone, lift the gaze. Exhale, we're going to push the palms and the knees down into the mat. Pull that belly button to the spine, separate the shoulders, and push the back up to the sky. Inhale, drop the belly, look forward. Exhale, closing it all off. Pull that belly button in. Inhale to open. And exhale to close. Last one here. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Coming back to neutral here. We're going to take some gentle little circles just with the hips, with the tailbone. So just start to circle the tailbone around, pushing the hips up and back, and then pulling them forward, tucking the belly button under. So we're not moving the shoulders at all here, just the hips, so almost creating these little circles around the knees. And go in the opposite direction. Just gazing softly between the hands here. And coming back to center. And we're going to sit back on top of the heels here. So you can tuck the toes under or keep the toes flat, whatever works for you. You can also place a pillow or a block underneath the sit bones here. So sitting nice and tall, take a roll with the shoulders, slide them down the back. Inhale here, bring the hands to heart center, interlace the fingers. As you exhale, we're going to flip the palms away from the body, pushing them out. Pull those shoulder blades apart, tuck the chin. Inhale, we're going to open the chest, lift those hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring the hands down toward the knees, separate the shoulders, tuck the chin. Inhale to open, lifting the arms, open the chest. And exhale to close. One more here. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Last inhale here, reaching those arms up to the sky. As you exhale, separate the hands, bring the elbows down toward the hips. Take the hands behind the back, interlace the fingers. Push the knuckles down to the floor, open the chest. Gently release, keeping the hands together. We're going to take both hands, fingers interlaced, over to that right hip, just resting the back of the left hand there. Drop that right ear towards the right shoulder, just stretching down the left side of your neck here. Option to add a little front to back movement with the head if that feels good for you this morning. And then we'll gently slide those hands all the way to the left, resting the back of the right hand on that left hip. Drop the left ear to the left shoulder, stretching through the right side of the neck. Again, option here to add that front to back movement. Gently release the arms, give them a little shake. Walk the hands forward and just start to tap the tops of the feet, getting a little bit of blood moving down there. We'll take a nice wide knee here. Bring the toes, big toes to touch. Let the hips sink all the way back. Walk the hands forward, coming into a child's pose. Let the forehead come all the way down to the mat. Take a couple of breaths here. Just letting those hips open up. Feel the shoulders start to open. Really pushing that chest down toward the floor. On the next inhale, we'll walk the hands all the way back up. Come on to hands and knees, and we're going to swing around, coming back into seated. Sitting nice and tall. I'm going to take the hands to the heart, interlace the fingers, close the eyes. As we finish our practice this morning, we're going to do a couple of deep breaths together. So exhale completely to prepare here. Inhale, filling the lungs, filling the belly. Take a nice big exhale. Deep inhale here. And exhale. Last big inhale here. Exhale, release all that last bit of tension. Gently release the hands down to the knees. You can open the eyes. Sit nice and tall. Let that breath come back to normal. And thank you for joining practice this morning. Hopefully this is a nice way to start your day. Bring the hands to heart center. Namaste.